Bonjour, bonsoir, et bienvenue à Les gens sous les monts. That's how you say it. Sorry, that ruins the vibe.
Yeah,
Hello, everyone. We're back.
and we're rusty.
Yeah.
What is this again? I don't even know where I am.
Why don't you let everyone know how late you were out last night?
I'm literally Wendy walking in with the fur. Like shaking my finger no at the audience right now. Look, it's been a long 48 hours. I just got in from Brooklyn.
Yeah. You sound more manly than normal.
Well, I was at an Ariana Grande release party, so I don't know if that's
the
the
mask
case.
really jumped out.
The sponge jumped out.
Hello, everyone. We're back.
We're back, and so much has happened. We actually can't do this anymore. Like, we cannot go away at all because chaos erupts.
Well, maybe we should keep going away because
clearly,
I love chaos.
I do love
mess.
it. Yes. It's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're back. You're back, quite literally.
I am back.
You went to France. I went to the ER.
Oh. Are you feeling better?
I am feeling better.
Okay, I was like, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but
no, it's not funny, but it is funny. I did a little bit too much padam promo, and I had a palpitation, and then I had anxiety from the palpitation, which then triggered a panic attack, which then landed me in the ER, and now I have shavings on my chest from the EKG, and then I had a heart monitor, and I'm fine. My family does have heart palpitation issues or whatever, like not issues because it's not an issue. It's benign. But, we just did a little monitoring.
You know, it's important. The heart is, you need it when your heart goes.
I clearly just, nobody's gone harder than me for the promo for Padam, and it's official now.
Should I post the text that I sent you? I was really proud of this Photoshop that I did.
You really need to post it on the
I'll
fucking
post it somewhere.
Grid.
We'll post it on the grid.
Oh, that took me out. Yeah.
I'm like, this will take him out of the panic a little bit and make him laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm good at is making people laugh.
It's true. And you fortunately got the pleasure of seeing me early to mid panic on FaceTime. And you could see what that looks like as I'm like sweating and good times. Well, thank you for being a friend also.
I
you
try.
You almost whisked me over yourself. So yeah, we love to keep everyone on their toes with the pod. And, well, I was in a gurney. You were on a plane.
In Paris.
In Paris the next
I'll
day.
always be known as the girl who did go to Paris.
And I was at the beach in Brooklyn with my boyfriend. How did that turn out for me?
I think well.
Actually, it turned out very well.
It always turns out well for you.
Yeah. For the record, I do not have a boyfriend. But anyway.
Well,
maybe
there's plenty of options.
After Zoo.
Oh, yeah, I did go to Paris. We'll talk about it in the after show.
Yeah.
Although there is something I would like to address here on the main.
Mm-hmm.
To everyone in my DMs who warned me that everyone was going to be rude to me and mean to me. Because when I said Paris, everyone was like, oh.
Yep.
Get ready.
Yep.
Don't take it personally. And I'm like, what? So I'm freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Duolingoing, not sponsored. Like my life depended on it.
You've got like little capsules of mace all lining your jacket.
No, I left it at home.
Oh, damn.
Not that I have it. But not a single person was mean or rude to me in 7 days in Paris. I don't know what fucking country you were talking about.
You can't get here.
No, my first morning back, different story. I was like, I'm
Was it
ready
a
to
Dunkin'?
go. No,
Oh.
down this block.
Oh.
Multiple times.
Jesus.
But yeah, no one was rude to me, so you all lied.
Well, I don't want to break it to you, but perhaps they were rude to you in a language you do not know. But it didn't come across that way.
I didn't sense the aura.
Yeah.
And I can catch an aura.
And a Rita aura.
Yeah. Not one person was rude to me.
I love that. I'm sure they weren't. I'm sure, in general, there's like Americans outside of America. There's like a general, they can be very American. It depends on also how you carry yourself, I suppose. And
I learned the language. I knew my greetings.
Yeah.
And I was nice. I smiled. I got rid of I remembered.
Oh, you're 11s.
I remembered to lift the forehead up.
Mm-hmm.
eye contact, no issues.
Wonderful.
I found everyone to be actually very sweet and nice and helpful.
And your month of Duolingo helped?
Yeah. I'm still doing it.
That's great.
Not sponsored. It's fun.
Well, I love that you went because I do think you needed to shake up your scenery.
I did.
Yes.
And I saw Crazy Horse Paris.
I'm very jealous.
My fucking God.
There needs to be a movie about that next.
They need to bring it to New York.
Yeah.
Broadway, someone out there.
I wish you actually just missed it. Not that it would mean a lot to you, but Lisa of Blackpink did a one night only or like 3 nights at Crazy Horse, and she did it.
I saw the post on her Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I would have died to see her do that. I mean, that show looks incredible.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was so me.
Yes.
Tits. Projections.
Lights, yes.
Music.
It's literally, yes.
Lights out.
Kygo, tits out.
Black lights on the there was a black light number. Cavant.
Yeah.
Anyway. But it was certainly a week. Oh, and I was thinking about the podcast actually while I was away because I shut my brain off. I was like, no work, no music, no anything. This is explorer mode, which I did. There's highlights on my Instagram story and the like. But I was out of the loop of I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And I was like, wow, now I understand the need for our podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to listen to Legends Only right now because I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
I was accosted actually at Zoo asking where a new episode was. No, yeah. In a good way, of course.
Okay.
I said, we have to experience, we're just like Ariana Grande and everyone else. We need to experience life and then write about it.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Did you see Very Delta this week?
I sure did.
Oh, the rant about
about Wendy's surge pricing.
That, but also how she was out with pink eye, so they didn't have a new episode, and she just cussed out,
eviscerated.
And I was like, I would never cuss you guys out.
I would, but
yeah, we need life experiences,
time and place.
Yeah,
yeah.
But Delta Work cussed out the audience and was like, "I come here and I give you
free content." Oh, it's true.
Oh my! I want to go back to Crazy Horse Paris right now. But anyway, we're back.
We are back, and we've got a lot to catch up on, and a lot of breaking stuff. Anyway, that's already there's old news already and new news. So
what's old? What's new?
I don't know. What is time?
Let's talk about the Grammys.
Let's talk about.
Oh, also congratulations to whoever wins the Oscars.
Yes,
isn't that happening?
That is happening over this weekend. Yes, so this will be publishing as that is happening.
Got it.
Yeah. So. You did amazing, presumed winner, Oppenheimer.
Yeah. I haven't paid attention to them since they snubbed Burlesque.
Yeah,
so
that's nothing. And then there'll be, there'll be musical performances. I'm Just Ken is getting apparently like an army of 60 dancers or something like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say that I'm Just Ken is being performed at the Oscars ceremony? For what reason?
Nominated. Oh, yeah.
I missed that. No, did we talk about this? I think we did.
Yeah. It's sort of like Eurovision, where it's like, will they go for the gag or will they go for the craft, which is the Billy song, or will they go for the gag, which is the Ken song? I don't know this year, actually. But Billy has swept all the awards, so it'd be really quite an upset.
It is. I mean, they can give it to whoever they want. It's not
still
going to
the
change
song
the fact
of the fucking
that is the best song.
Yeah.
You can award whoever you want.
Let me see. Best Song Oscar 2024. We have for the last time. First of all, we have the Oscars performers are. This is. I'm burying the lead here. Yes, Billy and Phineas are doing What Was I Made For, but Becky G nominated,
dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower,
around the way, will perform The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. She's performing that. And then Ryan Gosling will perform I'm Just Ken with Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. But yeah, that's happening. Anyway.
Congratulations.
Congrats to everyone who won or didn't win, because you're all nominated.
They're all winners.
Getting my heart.
Nominated for an Oscar or Grammy is a win.
Absolutely. And Lord knows I've gone on a few tangents about what does or doesn't. Actually, so did I believe it was Helen Mirren. She was asked was it Helen Mirren? Asked on the red carpet. I just saw the TikTok and they were like, what do you think about Margot and Greta not getting the category nominations? And she was like, it was the best selling movie in Warner Brothers history. It won.
Yes.
Relax.
They did win.
Yeah. She goes, do you remember what won best film the year before last, and the interviewer was gagged.
I don't even know what year is the year before last. 2022?
Yeah. So she snapped a bit with that one. Was it Parasite or Everything Everywhere All at Once was last year? I think. I don't know. But in any case, she made some points. It's like the win, and other people have gone on the record of like, my win didn't lead to like bigger checks or anything necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do better. You know, it's recognition, yes, but the movie sold, and that's the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had it on the plane available for streaming.
You didn't want to weep in mid-flight.
No, I chose Talk to Me instead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Talk to Me again?
The one with the hand.
The horror movie?
Yeah.
You chose that?
Yeah.
I heard that was intense.
I didn't, wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I love a horror movie.
I can't believe you chose that.
Well, I don't.
Well, now you could definitely watch Scream at this point. Am I going to
sit and like watch a scary movie alone in my apartment? No, I'll sit and watch a scary movie when there's like people around me.
Okay.
You know?
You know what I don't understand? Just the fact that I was on a flight when I was going to Miami, somebody was fully watching Scream 6 next to me, and I was personally delighted, but I'm also like, what if you're just sitting around kids and stuff? Like, that's crazy to me.
Who cares? Tell them to shut their eyes. Not my fault you're sitting there.
Well, it's better than being on the Swifty flights. That's the real nightmare. That's when you grab the parachute.
I was ready to grab the parachute on my flight there.
Yes, you had your own little moment there.
Oh, Lord. We've got motion sickness, everyone. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, we are turbulent on this. We're sticking the landing here.
You were in the ER. I had like a violent motion sickness attack. Doing fucking breathing exercises on 10,000 million feet in the air.
God. This is what happens when we go away.
Anyway.
Kesha
is also back.
Kesha's back, yes.
I'm so fucking excited for this era.
Me too, because this really feels, and it is official. So we had Freedom Day on March 6th, which is the day that I guess all contractual obligations, legal obligations, whatever was involved,
Slay!
is completely done, and she can begin recording, releasing under her own whatever label dealer thing that she has going on. Like, it's all done. All the saga, the Dr. Luke saga is done.
Over.
Yes. So from that point on, she can do her own stuff. And so she celebrated this with a teaser video, which sounded very ethereal, singing about, freedom. She tweeted, "This is the first time I've got my voice back in 19 years. That made me go like, no way. And I looked, and in 2005, she signed it to Kemosabe when she was 18.
Wow.
Crazy.
2005 is almost 20 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Wow.
But then then I'm like, oh, yeah, because I'm listening to like Disgusting Demo and all these things, like Butterscotch from like her MySpace. Yeah, that was pretty much around that time, a little after, a few years.
MySpace was gone by 2005, basically. Close to it.
It was on its way out almost. Yeah. But yeah, so it was that long ago. And now she did like a photo shoot in the nude, representative, New Beginnings. And then, most excitingly, she did a little live stream and she played a new song called Delusional. And I think she played like almost all of it because the girls at Genius, the entry is there and they've got like all the lyrics already.
Yeah, she played a lot of it.
She played a lot of it, weeping, just like sobbing, sighs, tears of relief, playing the song that to me sounds the most like early Kesha that I've heard in years from her. Big pop chorus. The writing is like, that's Kesha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's so underrated.
Yeah, as a songwriter especially.
Because people just think, like, I think the locals think of, like, TikTok and, the party hits.
Glitter,
and the glitter
drunk,
and the messy hair. But she knows how to fucking write a pop banger.
And I do think there were keywords in her little letter, her newsletter, that were like, it's time for us to have the fun again. This is our joyride. Like, this is our time to, like, I think she's going to come back with bangers and pop. The last 3 albums have increasingly explored rage, grief, depression, got very experimental by this latest one, Gag Order. But now I think she does want to have fun and like it feels like a relief.
Song of the Summer is wide open. Who's it going to be?
Ooh, you never know.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I love you, Kesha. I feel like you're trying to be like Keisha or something. If you know, you know. I have stuff to say about Britney, though, in the after show, and Crazy Horse Paris. You're going to be shocked.
Oh.
I've got some updates for you guys. But anywho, we also have this week, the RuPaul book is out.
From freedom to fracking. Let freedom ring. Yes, we do have the RuPaul book out. The House of Hidden Meanings.
I believe so, yes.
But accompanied by quite the article by Ronan Farrow, which for the first time addressed the fracking.
Yeah.
To which Rue said, before you point your finger, smell it.
Yeah.
Was that the actual quote?
Look it up.
Pointed.
Yeah, so Rue revealed that he's building a fortified compound on the ranch.
Yes.
Number one. And then also said...
Okay, here it is. Oh, the fracking? RuPaul's not apologizing. When asked about the association with fracking, RuPaul said, "Do you buy gas? Before you point the finger, smell it first, bitch."
I'm sorry, it's kind of like a gag.
I'm obsessed with this article coming out in the same week as the voting episode of Drag Race and talking about how important it is like to save the country through voting. And she's like, yeah, I'm fracking.
Yeah, like I'm fracking and I'm building a bunker.
I'm like killing the infrastructure of this country, but vote. It was something.
It was
something.
I obviously don't agree with fracking, but at the same time, I find it interesting how everyone just goes for like the lowest hanging fruit, like going after RuPaul. And I'm like,
it is funny.
Like we eat our own before going after like the bigger enemy.
That is definitely true. We definitely do extra go in on anyone in our own communities. That's true. The compound also is like eerie and alarming because it's like not a unique thing to RuPaul. I feel like rich people are like building compounds a lot, and it's like they're building fortresses for when the commoners rebel.
Yeah,
it feels very
RuPaul Antoinette
apocalyptic. Very that.
It's very let them eat cake.
Yes.
Which was misinformation, I learned.
Right. Yes, she did not
She didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
If she did, it was kind of like camp. But how'd that work out for them? Rich people. Just remember, look at the history of Versailles.
Yeah. It's interesting. I have not read the book yet, but...
no, I did download the audiobook, though.
Yeah. There's some interesting...
Meaty. It's like 8 hours, I think.
Yeah. Interesting early reviews of Rue's point of view and sort of the overall theme being like she feels that she is anointed and from birth has been destined for fame. And
I would agree with that.
Yeah. It's just some interesting thing. One of the biggest interesting tidbits, obviously, that got my attention was her anecdote about Madonna.
Oh my God! Like
it seems to be a one-sided
feud. Yeah,
in which I guess Madonna side-eyed her in the '80s once at Pyramid or another club in New York, and it's been hell ever since. It's just I guess dead to her ever since. But then she had the nerve, and I did a little dragging. Well, the girls actually did the dragging on my behalf because I merely pointed out the quote on Twitter/X. So the quote is, "In aging, there is a natural flow. And when you're against the flow, it doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. The energy around the Madonna thing, it feels weird, right?" He referred to chasing arena tours and grills in your teeth. I'm not interested in appealing to 11 to 25-year-olds. I'm just not. I can on a bigger level as a mother, as Mama Rue. It's a different relationship. I'm not trying to be them.
I don't know if chasing arena tours is catering to 11-year-olds.
I mean, they're like I
could maybe agree with the grill comment, but I think like whatever.
We as an entire, I won't speak for everyone, but I think most of the Madonna community hates the grills at this point. I think that's like universal.
Yes,
like it makes her slur. It's like embarrassing to hear her talk like that. I don't think you can chase arena tours. Number one, like they come to you.
No, that's a feat to
yes.
sell all those tickets.
Would love to see your arena tour, Rue. Like respectfully,
all that glitters and all that gold.
Yeah.
He stands there.
That's
what was so weird to me. It's like, okay, Rue, like, by the way, to set the record straight and clear, I love RuPaul.
Yeah.
RuPaul was the first gay person that I remember seeing on TV, on MTV. And I worked for Drag Race. I love RuPaul.
Oh, yeah.
So don't fucking try it.
You can have problematic faves. Like, that's like, people are complex.
It's like, how can you come for Madonna when, like, you're standing there?
It's camp, honestly, to be, like, saying that while we watch you on Drag Race and they're, like, singing Ariana ripoffs, ASMR Lover.
Which are great.
But it's, like, ripping off Azalea Banks and Ariana Grande on your bops, which are great. But it's like, come on.
You know what Taylor Swift would say? Oh. Are you not entertained?
Oh, and I also love like an old queen coming from Madonna, like Elton, Rue.
Oh, same.
I love it because it's just very like, I don't know. They came up together.
It's so gay.
It's so gay.
It's
and
like
so
very
fierce.
She looked at me.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like Dynasty. It's very like throwback of, and I get the impression it's not truly that serious.
No.
I just think it's like the girls who came up together, having like a cat fight.
Yeah.
But it's not that serious. But yeah, I feel like all the queens who came up with Madonna like hate her.
Well, probably because she's the fucking queen of pop.
I know. So it is entertaining. But Rue definitely got her ass handed to her on the social media for the Madonna comments. Because like, it's not so much that you're coming for Madonna. It's like, of all the things, it's the age thing. Like, it's the most conservative, and she has held her fair share of conservative beliefs. She's Ellened quite a bit in later years after being like such a punk.
Who, RuPaul?
Person. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She, I thought you.
No, not Madonna. Like just from going from such a punk pioneer to holding an opinion as boring as like going against aging is bad. It's like, well, that's extremely narrow-minded and conservative, and to celebrate.
We see your contour.
To celebrate drag, which is not and all his talk about, the rest is drag and it's not serious and an identity, and it's like, why? Who cares? So anyway,
the girls.
She needed a little more reflection in her orange chateau about aging gracefully. Because there is no rule book for that. And that, Madonna says it in her tour. Like, it's I think the most controversial thing I've done is stick around. And
facts.
Whatever. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but not everybody has to just put on the gowns and, retire to singing ballads and go softly into the night.
Yeah.
She's going to go kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm. She's going to turn into a hologram next.
She will. Anyway, sorry for this diatribe, but...
No, it's fine. The one interesting thing about this was I learned about mineral rights.
Oh, as opposed to air rights.
Well, they're kind of similar.
Oh.
So I think it's Ruth's husband that owns the Fracking Ranch.
It is.
And then, so you guys know about air rights. We've all seen Burlesque. If you've not seen Burlesque yet, why are you
listening
here?
To this pod?
So air rights mean that you have the rights to the...
And the concept for the video circus?
So if you have a building and you own the air rights, you can't you control what goes up and down. And then mineral rights are the rights to the minerals in the ground below you. So it's kind of the same. I sound really stupid right now.
No. I don't think everyone knows about what that is. Yeah.
So I did learn that some people own a lot of land, but don't own the mineral rights. So other corporations can come in to your land and do whatever they want.
Got it.
But Rue and his husband, allegedly, I believe, own the land and the mineral rights, which is kind of like, I'm like, okay, at least you own it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that I condone fracking, but I would say my response to that would be, why don't we take that energy to find a solution so that we don't need fracking? Let's find a solution. Let's invest in solar. Let's invest in wind.
Well, many people have said invest in solar power by Lord, and nobody has done that. So one day, when it is appreciated. No, I do agree. And I can't speak to the book yet. Haven't dove in, but we shall see.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I listen.
And it is it's Rue reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we also had the Brits Awards this past week.
We sure did. And truly just the beginning of my glory for the past 2 weeks when I'm not in the hospital. The Brit Awards were a sweep for one artist in particular. Huge night for Queen Ray.
This is justice.
This is justice because I think she wasn't even mentioned at the Grammys, or there wasn't any.
No.
If she was nominated, I don't think it was for any majors, but this was so cool to see. Her medley performance was spectacular and actually felt like a career-defining moment for her. The speeches were really heartfelt. She was bawling. It was incredible to see, and also justice because this whole album is like reclaiming herself after getting out of the label deal and all of that, and just letting them eat crow, basically.
So the Brits are to the Brits, like the Grammys are to us.
Us, yeah.
For everyone who, if you didn't know like what Brits meant,
yeah,
British.
There was a lot of I usually prefer the Brits because a lot of my girls perform there that wouldn't make it to the Grammys, but we had a lot of fun pop girly performances. Dua opened another training season moment with like hanging dancers, which was cool. Ellie actually served.
8.
She said, divorce, cheating allegations, I have one chance. And
she got divorced?
She got divorced.
I didn't know she was married.
She was married, and then she was spotted kissing a surfing instructor in recent weeks. A hot one who also was Shakira's surfing instructor. And so the initial headlines were like, oh, spotted smooching, like whatever. So they both had to come out with a statement. The ex and Ellie to be like, we quietly separated a few months ago. This is fine. So
I respect that.
Yeah, she looked amazing. Her performance was fantastic. I thought she did a great job. A lot of love for Calvin and Ellie at that ceremony.
Fucking bop.
Yeah. Yeah.
When have they not made a bop together?
It's true.
Like that is just a fact.
Yeah. So I loved that one. Yes, there was the Ray medley, but then at the end of the evening, there was the Icon Award to Miss Kylie Minogue. And she made reference to her performance 20 years prior, the Fever CD disc that she came up from that everyone posts. She did like a projection of it. We love a reference. There were references tucked into her outfits. She did 3 costume changes with like subtle details that referenced like that performance and other outfits, all the lovers.
Oh, I love all the lovers.
Her dancers, which you would have gagged for, all of them wore the different logos from each era. So it said Kylie, but then like in the X font and in the Aphrodite font and the Fever. Attention to detail.
Our legends just did it right.
Truly.
Do you ever remember going to like one of the fan sites that would have the font downloads to an album?
Yes. The Wingdings for In the Zone.
Yes.
Yes.
I just downloaded the Renaissance font the other day.
Yeah.
It's free. Roboto. Not sponsored.
I loved that. It was obviously too short for my liking, but I still, we got the Padam. I think it was Love at First Sight into All the Lovers. Such a star. Did it right. Wonderful evening for her. Great shots of like Dua Lipa dancing and singing along to it.
I liked the photo of Kylie with the Brit in her bag.
Oh my God.
Was it
last
an
one to
party?
leave at the Ray after party or something like that? It was, yeah.
Yeah. Just like in her purse.
Brit in purse.
Yeah.
With purse.
The Brits are cute. Like
they're
the actual
cute. Every year a
award?
different artist designs it, which just keeps it funky fresh. It's like every year it has a different look. The same statue, different detailing.
Gotcha.
Very
bigger
cool.
Tits.
Yeah, bigger tits each year.
Didn't they get rid of the EMAs?
Oh, did they? I think they scrapped the last year. Yeah, you might be right.
Oh.
I don't know forever though. I'm not sure. But yeah, this was a cute serve. Oh, also Tate McRae did another 8 Mixlay dance break. Did not love the like corset on the stomach detail. I still
think she needs a Britney mic.
For sure. Yeah, my friends were saying that too as we were watching. It was like, let's just, if we're gonna commit to the Britney bit, just like do it.
Yeah, like there's certain artists that you need a Britney mic.
Yeah,
like it just works on Janet.
If you're gonna whip that hard, like you need to just do that.
Yeah, we're not looking for live vocals.
No.
Hello, this is Legends only.
Yes.
One of the requirements is not live singing.
No, not here. So, yeah, she performed as well. Fun night, great night, which also brings us not only from the stage, but to the red carpet.
Yes. You guys, I think it's time for a little segment that we like to call High Fashion So editorial.
Guys, this is awesome.
This is a billboard.
This is super high fashion.
Oh my God, that's so high fashion.
So high fashion.
So one of my picks for this week is Ellie on the red carpet at the Brits.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a cutout.
Body looking amazing. Yeah, it was very much like her first appearance since like these rumors and rumblings. So it was kind of a moment for her, honestly. And I similarly will pick the outfit transitions from the Kylie performance because it's also like she did a little drag race runway by having 3 outfit changes and go. She was talking about how nervous she was to like get the pole right. There was that. Any other red carpet looks that slayed me at that event?
I can't think of any, but it was Fashion Week.
Oh, really? It's never
Paris.
Been Fashion Week before.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you were there.
No.
Yeah, they had you front row at Moschino.
So Julia Fox, Vivienne Westwood in Paris.
Oh, yes.
She's just killing it.
She is. She said she's in her pop star era.
Oh, I'm so ready. Finally.
Yes. I think that is definitely coming.
I think so too.
Yeah.
She's been in the House of Charlie, the House of XCX.
She has been. All these girls are staying there. I hope they're paying rent.
Also, Coco Gauff.
Oh, yeah.
US Open champion from last year is lensed. I fucking love that word. It just sounds so cool.
That's an Evan Ross Katz.
Yes, it is. Shout out to Evan Ross. That was how I was keeping up with my pop culture news.
Yes.
Shout out to Evan Ross Katz. Lensed by Annie Leibovitz for Vogue.
And speaking of, because he posted this, shout out to Frank Ocean for wearing the Nasty Peg singlet that he did this like selfie in.
Oh.
That drove the girls wild. Let's talk about high fashion. Nasty Pig.
I did get a new bag while I was in Paris. Speaking of high fashion.
You did.
Yeah,
and the promo code.
Oh my God, I literally got a promo code.
Influencer in Paris?
Yeah. So I'm walking down the street randomly and I walk by this store and the bag was in the window. And I was like, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted. My souvenir for the trip was like, I want a bag.
Yep.
So I go in, buy one, post about it. They gave me a code.
Love that.
Yeah. Went back and bought 2 more.
Emily in Paris is shaking right now. Like T. Kyle in Paris, the new spinoff.
I didn't get a beret.
Okay.
No.
Well, maybe next trip.
Yeah. And then lastly, on the high fashion of the week.
Oh my goodness.
We need to give a shout out to Lindsay Lohan. Irish Wish promo tour.
Yes.
Just stunning, flawless, beautiful, gorgeous, radiant, future Oscar winner. I don't think for this movie, but like, you know what I mean.
Yes, this is the second movie in her ongoing Netflix deal that we talked about a while back with the first movie, the holiday movie.
Which I liked.
Which I liked. I think this might be the same movie, just with an Irish accent, to be determined. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, and not only that, but she was supported by her whole family at this event, and it felt very healing. It felt very like full circle red carpet Mean Girls, because everyone was still kind of talking then too, and it's just like, wow, she looks very healthy and happy right now, and like family and married and baby and all of that, and it's just like, oh wow.
It brings me so much joy, and I don't know how to even put it into words, because I think so. When I worked at Watch What Happens Live, like one of my last shows was Lindsay Lohan and Danielle Staub, which is iconic. And it felt like she was very timid. The energy felt like nerves, and which, you know, a lot of people get. I'm not like judging or whatever. So to see her out on the red carpet and signing autographs and smiling with fans and, you know, taking time to take pictures with people, it looks like she's enjoying herself, and she looks genuinely happy and confident. There's a glow to her.
And she's been doing those late night and Drew appearances.
Yeah.
And once again, the interviewers feel like they're rooting for her with the questioning. So the Lohan-essence truly continues.
Oh my God, I love her.
I know. I think she's really doing it really well right now, and she's in a great place. So
shout out to Christopher Buckle, makeup artist.
Christopher Buckle, yeah. But also Xanax on streaming when? Because now strike while the iron is hot.
We need to have this conversation. Did I say this last week? Or I know I said this somewhere recently.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan was ahead of her time with sampling Better Off Alone.
She was.
That's a fact.
It is a fact.
Where is it?
I know. We really need it out.
It was ahead of its time before everyone sampled it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get that out, maybe an EP or something of the songs she was supposed to be working on with this alleged new deal. I don't know what happened with it. Well, I do know what happened. 2020 happened. But
yeah, I'm back.
I'm back.
Remember that?
Sure do. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that front, but hopefully it sees the light of day, because there have been plenty of things coming and resurfacing lately that I never thought would see the light of day. So,
do we think she'll celebrate 20 years of Speak?
Good question. That's this year.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
I would love.
Lindsay, if you're out there,
yes.
20 years of Speak with Xanax as a bonus track.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of fits.
Oh, yeah.
Like with To Know Your Name.
Oh, my fave.
It has like the same energy as Xanax.
Dark, moody.
There's your free promo marketing campaign.
Yes.
Which, by the way, again, I'm going to shout this out. I'm looking for a job. So if anyone would like to tap into my brain, I am looking for work. DM me.
Love to see that too.
Yeah. Sorry to interject that.
No.
Starting to sweat a little bit.
Back from Paris and ready for a gig.
Gotta pay that credit card bill.
Yeah.
Anywho, shall we take our phones out for a little segment that we like to call...
While we can.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Shall we?
Yep.
It's time, everyone, for what may be the last
TikTok talk.
So that's happening.
See you in jail. Yeah.
I don't know about jail.
No, not jail. And it won't be anytime soon necessarily. So basically what happened was the House committee 50-0 voted to approve this bill that would force ByteDance, the China-owned company, to divest in the next 6 months, or they would take it off of the platforms to download, and it would be banned effectively.
Yeah, they have to sell to a U.S. company.
Yes.
Essentially, is the...
Yes. I don't know. Obviously, TikTok has...
Interesting how these are the bills that we're getting done.
Right.
When there's... we won't go there. But
don't get me started. All our apps are stealing our info. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really great being in Paris where ambulances are free and everyone has health care. And then I come back to the United States.
Yeah.
You would. Yeah, honestly.
Health anxiety girlies rise up
back,
in France.
The National Guard's in the subway stations and they're banning TikTok. Great. Yeah. I love our priorities.
Yeah.
I digress.
Well, we'll see. But again, if this thing passes, then it would be 6 months that they have to sell.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It seems very ugly and bad and stupid, but...
You know what my theory is?
They're afraid of the commoners unionizing and coming together.
Yeah, that's actually part of it.
Yeah.
But my other theory is, what if UMG and all these companies pulling their music off when it is up for sale? Because I do think this is going to happen. I do think it will be up for sale.
Right.
I wonder if one of the UMG or Sony or one of the big media companies will be like, well, this would be a great investment and we'll put our music back on there and buy it.
I could see it.
Which would be a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
If one label bought it.
Yeah, that would
because then that's not fair.
Right. Much to consider. And then I saw recently that now there's indie, even more songwriters or music might be taken off by April because there's another big group now fighting and not intending to renew the contract. So there might be even more music leaving.
Huh.
It's rough out there.
It is. I couldn't post my Big Ange remix.
Jesus. This is tough.
If you guys didn't... Well, because I couldn't post it on TikTok. It got flagged.
Yeah, throw it on the after show.
Sophie Ellis-Bextor is banned from having her song on TikTok.
It was so sad. Well, before it goes down, there's still some people making noise on there, including...
You guys, it happened.
I hope you keep on serving cunt. Okay.
So I told you all a little ways back that Team Luann had reached out and stems were sent over.
Mm-hmm.
Luann has officially introduced Keep On Serving, the Deep House remix, as an interlude in her cabaret. I imagine this is how the creative director of the Renaissance tour feels,
Yes. This is your Renaissance tour, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trisha Paytas, interlude, and now a Countess Luann interlude.
Yes. You've notched all of your heavy hitters.
I have.
You have.
Yeah. Also, I did get a lot of DMs.
Oh.
No, I am not ghost producing and ghost posting for Luann.
No, but
it is a compliment that people think I am.
It is, and clearly the game has been stepped up in recent weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But it is not me. If it was, I wish I could say it was me.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously I did do the mashup.
Yes. I mean, this is a huge feat. It's amazing. I love the video of her like running away so that the interlude can play of the mashup.
Exhibit A.
PowerPoint presentation by T. Kyle.
And then it just says Cavant in like cute, but like the actual full word.
Love.
Yeah. And even Madonna's doing it. Boom. That's part of the...
I'm so glad that it is. Dream come true.
So epic. Oh. Well, before we get into the Madonna of it all, I have a gift for you.
What?
I have a present from
Paris.
This
is live exclusive.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I can cut this out. But I think you're going to like it.
Hold on. What is this? Okay. I am reaching over.
In honor of the celebration tour.
Oh my God. What is this?
I got Brad a gift from Paris.
Wait, ASMR.
Gay wrapping.
This is glittery wrapping.
One's a gag, but one's a cover.
There's more than one?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay. I'm loving. Yes. Okay, here we go. Oh, no fucking way. First of all, shout out to Lucky Records.
Yes.
Iconic. If you're ever at 66 Rue de la Verrière in Paris, I have seen this all over.
The amount of Madonna stuff that they have is unreal.
I'm losing my mind right now. I will first present the more serious one, which I genuinely am so grateful. Thank you so much.
Do you have that?
Nope.
Oh, I win.
Madonna, Nothing Really Matters, Europe CD single. I think I have a version of it, but not this one, with the Club 69 radio mix and the Kruder and Dorfmeister mix, the 11-minute mix. But then you've really gagged me here. I'm actually shaking. Nicole Scherzinger, Don't Hold Your Breath promo CD. This isn't even an actual CD you could buy.
No.
This has 6 remixes of Don't Hold Your Breath, Polydor promo from Universal France. I'm losing it. Thank you so much.
Like, I don't think those are online anywhere.
No, this would be like a Discogs exclusive that I would put on my notifications on, which I do have the Her Name is Nicole promo thing on notifications.
Oh, and the section, like, so, I mean, so Lucky Records.
The Scherzinger section?
Yeah, so Lucky Records is a record store in Paris, but it is gay. It's like a gay haven. It's like, if you want, what's like a not gay thing? I don't know. If you want like fucking Nickelback, you're not going to get that there. It's all gay. Half the store is Madonna. They have vinyl, CDs.
You were sending me videos
merch.
And it was literally the all Madonna. Like, it's crazy. But I've seen photos of the outside too. It's like the pop girlies.
Yeah, so it said Pussycat Dolls and Nicole Scherzinger. And I was like, oh.
She was in there, I guess. She's like, do we have the sign changed?
And I go and I'm like,
oh my God, thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. Oh my God, one less thing to put on my Discogs wish list. As you know, I do have a Her Name is Nicole promotional poster hanging up in my kitchen as well.
Bob.
This is very meaningful. Thank you. Wow, okay.
And speaking of the celebration tour, starting off with our TikTok legend, Terry Joe, as the guest in LA.
So, for the girls who don't know, Jonas Ackerland, famous director who's worked with Madonna forever, who did that Brazilian commercial, which I don't know if we've even talked about, but the Brazil commercial about her being a legend, which is so rich looking and expensive. He has done a ton with Madonna. He's filming LA right now. He's been spotted. He's operating the cameras. So we think Tour DVD is coming from LA. Or at least like a portion of this
towards
DVD.
The end of the tour.
And that's why I do believe she's pulling quite the stunts this past week.
Yeah.
Which means I do believe it is possible that Terry Joe will be on a Madonna DVD, which is insane.
I wonder if she'll do like a mashup of
I'm thinking she'll do a mashup of the guests for the week.
Yeah.
I think we had Eric Andre, Ali Wong, and Terry Jo. And I think she's going for like a comedian vibe on this particular venture. But Terry Jo was in full character, chopping everyone, which is hilarious.
The photo of the 10 and then chop. It's so good.
One of the dancers also came up to Terry Jo and smacked the chop out of her hands and she went scrambling. So good.
Also
Fully in character.
Stay in character. Like when you're
holding the Bible.
That's Madonna.
It's crazy.
And to have the balls to hold the chop up.
Yeah.
It's
so fucking funny. She really did it. She did the damn thing. And I can't even imagine what people who don't know who that is were thinking during that. They were like, what the fuck is going on? Committed to the bit. Loved it. Love their relationship now at this point. From live stream on TikTok to this. Yeah, that was insane to see. Good for her. Good for Miss Terry Jo.
It's so good.
Holding the Bible.
And it's just funny. Like,
it's so funny. God, I lived for that. That was great. Wow.
But then... Have you recovered yet?
I actually haven't. I'm so unwell. As I said, I know that when the day comes for my first wedding of many, if I do get married, I will not get as many congratulations and I'm so happy for you messages as I did on this day. I didn't know that long, but I did know this was going to happen. I knew she would be there, basically. But I did not know it would be this good. First of all, okay, so we're talking about Kylie and Madonna, and I will get into this, but she showed up at the venue. Everyone's panicking. They're like, she's going to be the Vogue girl. When it turned out to be Ali Wong, there was a period of like 20 minutes of Madonna just being fucking dragged on Twitter. It's like, Kylie's there and you fucking didn't invite her. And I'm like sitting there like, but she's also never done this on this tour. She's never just brought somebody up to like do this. So yes, during the After Don't Tell Me, she has an acoustic section where she sings either I Will Survive or Express Yourself. She started talking about somebody who was in the audience, Miss Kylie Minogue, invited her up, she called her a survivor. Kylie went up wearing the fucking reference shirt to Madonna's Kylie Minogue shirt in glitter from 2000, 24 years later, wearing a Madonna shirt in the same glitter font. Same sort of like snakeskin kind of pants, like complete reference.
Whatever gay was who did this.
Can't deal.
If you're listening, or if you know who it was, I need you to understand that you are a fucking genius. The attention to detail on the reference here is so fucking brilliant. And like this to me is pop culture.
Yes.
Like this is pop. This is legendary. And it's just it's a simple t-shirt, but it's like everyone knows the photo of Madonna wearing the Kylie Minogue logo.
Yes.
So to duplicate it and flip it, you just need to understand that you're a genius.
It's brilliant. And yes, like Drowned Madonna, like a couple of stan accounts seemingly had also heard wind. So a lot of people posted the photo of Madonna in the Kylie shirt, including me because I'm an asshole. Because I knew it was happening. But I'm so grateful it wasn't Vogue. I love all the girlies who come up for Vogue, but at the end of the day, they don't get much you're not going to say anything really. And it's like, no, for that monumentous occasion, it needs to be its own thing. So we got a speech. There were so many quotes from the speech. She was like, get your phone lights up. And she's like, look at them. They can't even get their lights out because they're gagging.
It's true.
It's true. Kylie knew like what this meant because I think people don't know. A lot of people were in my DMs like asking me. They've never done anything, like no collab or anything. There is one photo of them that existed until this point at the 2013 Met Gala, and fucking Madonna's boyfriend is blocking Kylie's face in it. It's kind of, it's like a legendary photo. It's cursed because you can see it's Kylie, but you can't. So for years, it was like, that's all we're ever going to get. That's it.
Right. So there was like no proof that they've ever met or interacted.
No. And then when Kylie,
cool.
It is, when Madonna was touring Rebel Heart, she was down in Australia and she was tweeting Kylie to come find her, and that never happened. She was posting bad fan art of the two of them. She's like, it would be my dream. Where are you, Kylie? And like that somehow didn't happen then. So it finally happened over 2 decades after Madonna wore the Kylie shirt. They did I Will Survive and then Can't Get You Out of My Head together. Acoustic, Lives changed. My mind melted. I was up till 5 a.m. I was deeply, deeply unwell. They took a photo backstage. The photo of them, there's them doing the prayer circle, and Kylie's like cheering. Bob's in the photo too. Oof, it's so. This is my Roman Empire. This is my everything.
And Madonna posted what looked to me like a professional recording.
Yeah, she did the pro camera shots already because she knew. So I think that's definitely going to be on whatever comes out.
It has to be.
For sure. But they both knew.
Kylie back, like her before she went up, but she's like dancing.
Oh my God. Her social team, shout out to them. The second she got on stage, the team posted like, guess where I am? And it was her backstage, like taking a photo or something. And then they posted, because she's a true fan, she was posting her dancing to Ray of Light after that moment. Mm-hmm. And they had her in the aisles dancing. And then she did a fucking fierce photo shoot, I think at the hotel in the Madonna shirt.
She looks too.
She looked so
she
gorgeous.
Looks too.
She looked incredible. And they were hugging. It was emotional. Madonna humped her leg because she can't help herself. It was the epitome of a diva, legend, icon meeting. And I'm still like speechless because. And it's also funny because they really do and don't have a lot to do with each other. Like, there's no real reason.
No.
They would, it's just like they have such strong fan bases and were so influential, but just haven't really done anything together. So everyone just kind of wanted to see it. I feel like they've like crossed paths kind of musically in some places, and Impossible Princess and Ray of Light was kind of their indie era moments together and stuff. But yeah, it was.
This is what we mean when we say legends only.
Literally, like, this is legends only. Yes.
Obviously, between the two of us, it doesn't hit me as hard.
Right.
But I feel like
if it was Luann meeting Trisha on stage,
I'd be crying. Me and Jerry would be like in tears. I think. Because I had seen the Celebration tour and it was so emotional being there and seeing it. I feel like this just speaks. The message to this whole thing is so much bigger because the two of them have overcome very serious medical
that's true.
obstacles as women. Mm-hmm. And they are in the same generation of superstardom. Mm-hmm. And so to see them together, I think was more powerful than like silly stan stuff. It was like really a powerful, and wasn't it on like International Women's Day or like the day before?
On the eve of International Women's Day. So it was meaningful in that way too. It was like perfectly timed.
And the song choice
was I Will
not
Survive.
Lost on me.
Yes, absolutely. It was very intentional. And this tour, as we talked about in our review of it, is like very much about the legacy and everyone they've lost along the way, and that Madonna's lost along the way and stuff. So it's very meaningful to have somebody who's also been like a fighter and survivor in the industry there. It's
like a literal celebration tour.
Yes, absolutely. And, and Kylie just flat out is a stan. Like, she's in interviews singing her music and she's always talked about her. So it's also genuine. Like, it's not like a random circumstance. Like, Kylie does love Madonna. So.
Right. It's not like Pretty Girls. Sorry.
And then like it goes all the way back to like I remember Madonna was doing interviews 20 years ago, and like Lola Lourdes Can't Get You Out of My Head at the time, and like Rachel Stevens and stuff. So I believe Madonna brought her to a Kylie show like 20 years ago anyway.
Wow.
Or something like that. So it's all very surreal and incredible, and just for a brief moment I saw people called it the gay moon landing. It's an impossible feat that was achieved, done with just the right amount of like reverence and acknowledgement of like this moment. I'm really glad it wasn't Vogue. It just wouldn't have been big enough.
No,
because everyone does Vogue. Like, I'm not dissing that segment. I love it, but like you have to say something about that.
Yeah, there's more meaning here.
Yeah. So,
because I said in my review, like when she does "Don't Tell Me," the meaning. When you sing "Don't Tell Me to Stop" in 2024 as Madonna, it means it has a stronger meaning than it did when the song originally came out, because she's had a tough recent
near-death experience.
So she's like, don't tell me to stop. RuPaul.
Yes.
And then to have her come out and then the two of them saying, I will survive was just like, yeah, it's epic. It really is fucking epic.
I knew it was happening because all of the friends I had in the crowd suddenly would not text me back. And I was like, oh, they're fully recording all 5 minutes right now. Like there was just like a silence and I was like, it's happening.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I was so thrilled. It was such a, it was a win. It was a win thoroughly for me. And I will remember life as before this moment and after. It is now, that is how I'm keeping time.
Well, aren't you going to the final show?
Celebration
tour.
And it's not so final anymore. For instance, she announced the last additional date, which is Miami, but it actually ends, I believe, Mexico. But it was the last added date. But now there's loud rumblings, if it's not already official, that she's going to allegedly do a free show one time in Brazil. And it might have like 1 million to 2 million attendance.
Oh.
Like I'm scared for her and for all the attendees, honestly. Like I think it's going to be like a legendary thing if it really happens. So I think I don't know if it's part of like Rock in Rio or whatever, but it would be a one free show for Brazil, which does make sense because why did the Brazilian bank fund that very expensive commercial? I don't know.
Oh, true. Oh.
So I'm like, if that happens, I will be very happy for Brazil. I am scared for Madonna.
That'll be epic, though.
That will be insane. They should definitely film that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Queen of Pop.
Yeah. Apparently in May. We'll see if it turns out to be true. She hasn't confirmed yet, but we shall see.
That would make sense because the bank video was like really random.
So random. And it basically was just about promoting her being a legend.
Yeah.
A commercial about you being iconic is so funny. But yeah. And it was speaking of International Women's Day also, because Kylie was riding high on the fact that she won the Icon Award at the Billboard Women in Music event presented by Miss BB Rexa.
Slay!
And
tits out, legends out.
Not that I feel like I'm being a asshole paid off insider or whatever, but like I had been saying things in the recent weeks about like, oh, I saw that BB and Kylie were standing together at the Grammys. I wonder if that'll lead to anything. Well, in a video that surfaced from this event, BB, I think unintentionally, while the cameras were rolling,
revealed,
was like, our song sounds so good. I love it. I just got it back. And spilled.
My fucking God.
To which many people have tagged me or DM'd me and they've been like, this is literally you and T. Kyle.
Yes.
It's literally BB and Kylie is the epitome of us collabing.
Mm-hmm.
Tits out, 5'2".
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very excited for whatever. I'm assuming.
Same, because it's like we never got BB Deluxe, first of all.
Oh, that's right. I do think this
BB's
will be...
uncle, if you're listening, where's BB Deluxe?
Yes.
And we never got extension, did we?
No, we haven't. Well, we've gotten several extensions, but now there's going to be a deluxe tension coming. So
they had Danny Minogue at Lucky Records.
Oh my God. I would really just like to be buried there, to be honest, at this point. Like, oh God. Yes. And that night I was like commenting on all of Kylie's posts and Danny was right under me commenting too, like standing for her sister and Madonna. God, too good. Too good. But BB also did a speech. She sounded very nervous, like she was a true fan.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just like, Kylie's fucking... She went off script.
She did.
She was like, this industry, I just want to say, and that's how you know she was winding up.
Is it on her Instagram?
I'm not sure. It's on the Kylie accounts, but...
I just want to say one thing, okay? Being a woman in the music business, looking up to her and being in this category, right, for pop dance, I always feel like in the music business, we're always being judged by numbers, right? Our age, especially as females, our weight. And she beat all of us in a category, and she's 55 and she looks fucking amazing, okay? So I'm telling you right now, numbers, ages, anything, it doesn't define you because she's fucking winning Grammys and fucking beating all of us out here in dance music, okay? So it is an honor.
I love her. And the tits were out.
The tits were very out.
The tits were out.
Yes.
I want to work with BB Rexa so bad. I'd be so nervous that, like, what if she didn't like me?
She would like, we
she
already
would
met
like
her.
me.
We met her. And she would be down. I just think she's a true fan. She's a true music lover, but she's also talented and can write a bop. And I'm really excited for whatever is coming with Kylie. And yeah, she just had to stand out for a second and also defend women in music, which I love. She spilled. What a victorious day or week for our legends, honestly. It's been crazy. Kylie got like 3 icon awards in the span of a week. And it is, I was talking to DJ.
It's about time.
I was talking to DJ John Ali about this too. It is sort of like wild that it's just like all being thrown in our face now. It's almost like they're playing catch up and just being like, by the way, icon, legend. But it's been more than 3 decades, actually. Like she debuted in 87, I want to say. And yeah, I feel like better late than ever, I guess. But like America has been really responding finally. Like, I think because the global barriers have finally broken down so much because streaming has allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
She was always just sort of like casually considered the Madonna of outside America. And like everyone here was like, what? So yeah, it's overdue justice in a lot of ways.
And deserved. Like we throw around the word icon so much. This is proper usage.
It really is. So I feel very at peace and happy with how this is all playing out. My friend just saw her. We've got legends and icons in the Discord who saw Kylie in Vegas this weekend too.
Oh.
Yes. I'm still waiting. My friend is still recovering from the show. Apparently, she was distracted by my friend in a good way during Slow and lost her words briefly and like said so to my friend.
The impact.
That he threw her off from his beauty, I'm assuming, or something. But yes. So fucking cool, though. She's having quite the week. I can't even imagine, to be honest.
And that's not even all.
No, that's true.
Because we got a little Padam Barbie.
And somebody pointed out in the Discord, it kind of was your idea for the finale of the awards.
Someone listened to the 2023 Legends Only Awards. I'll just say that.
When you wheeled out that table of Barbies, they took some notes.
I will just... Okay, so... I mentioned before that I'm like looking for a job, and someone told me that I need to get more. I need to be more confident in my talent.
Yes, that goes without saying.
That idea was fucking great.
You do. You have to. You have to be outspoken, and you have to like shove it in people's faces.
It's true. I like the work to speak for itself, but
it never does. It never does.
But it literally. So like Barbie officially put out like a Legends line.
They did. Now it's
literally my idea of that. I said in the Legends Only Awards, like, and Kylie is one of them, and
Kylie's
she's so
one.
cute,
so cute.
Barbie.
It really like up close is like, oh wow, this is really good actually.
The Shania one's so cute too.
Shania one, yes. And so I also saw that the stands were tweeting Mattel, and they were like, there's no plans to like mass market these, but if there's enough fan demand, they will. So, girls, like you've been doing a good job of getting Kylie recognition here. So
start the pre-order.
Start the change.org petitions now and get that doll.
It'd be cool if they did it somewhere exclusive, like at the residency, or like made it more
really good idea. See, you just come up with the ideas on the spot like that.
You have to make it more enticing. Like owning the Kylie Barbie.
The limited edition Voltaire Kylie residency doll. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, totally.
Like only make 500, you know?
And we've got to get the word. I mean, I'm doing enough of a job by accident. I don't know if you saw this.
The Good Morning. Good Morning America.
I'm featured on Good Morning America for a clip of a show I was not at.
No. Kelly Rowland walked off the set and they put up your tweet.
Literally. They were like, well, we don't have anything to fill this segment. So can you find a gay? Get the F off the TV. I'm not watching that. But the locals watching Good Morning America like, what the fuck? So shout out to ER in the Discord who sent the videos and was like, yeah, you could post. So I like posted it on Twitter, and then my tweet of them is on Good Morning America. You know what? I'm doing the work for the promo anyway. And then shout out to my friend Hunter of the House of Avalon, who then sent me his really good shot of it, and that I posted, and he posted the full clip on his of the speech and everything. Like, oh, just a dream. Wow. Just a dream within a dream.
Did you think, like, because last year was so triumphant for her?
Yeah, I didn't think it would get higher.
And to see it still going, and it's not over yet. Like,
Like, I feel super annoying talking about her, but I'm like also obviously very joyous about this. I never thought it would be such a Kylie moment for so long. She was like my legend for 22, 23.
Yeah.
And now it's winding up for 24. Yeah. I'm pleased. And she does seem...
Who's your front runner? Like, you would say Kylie?
I would have to say Kylie. It's been so triumphant right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have this on the notes. I'm devastated to see that Tyla had to cancel her first tour.
Yeah.
And not even a postpone. She said tickets refunded.
Yeah.
Because of an injury. And this is like the time to strike. So I'm really devastated for her. I'm excited for the album, but like, damn. But, you know, as far as the rising legends, I'm really excited about Tyla this year. Yeah, but frontrunners otherwise. I mean, we've got, of course, Act 2 coming. We've got plenty in store, but...
Dead Poets Society. I still don't know what the actual title is.
The Dead Pharmacist Department with Gaga.
What is the fucking Taylor album called?
Watch, I make Gaga my legend of the year for hosting Big Pharma at her home. Pharma and Fracking with RuPaul and Gaga. Yeah, that's been a weird pivot as well. While you were gone,
what is she doing?
Gaga is doing cosplay as Elizabeth Holmes, and like even the explanation of what she was promoting was very odd and weird. Like it was like some sort of injectable SPF or something.
What?
Some sunscreen or something.
You inject
something? Some implant. I think they said.
I don't know about that. It's not going to protect you from the sun. You
I
need
don't
an umbrella or something.
Protect you from Joanne, but
please.
I'm unclear on what's happening with her, but she is still torturing us with these studio photos.
Yeah.
Unclear on all of that. But in other news, we are celebrating the life and legacy. I will say I'm co-hosting the $3 bill Gaga night, the Rah Rah Bitch Ball.
Oh.
With DJ John Ali. And performance by Lux Noir London. Love. And
did you see Lux with Trisha Paytas?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All of our worlds are aligning. And also Nick Gaga, who we saw doing the self-funded Born This Way ball.
Yeah.
Will also be performing. I'm really excited. This is the same party powered by John Ali as the Kylie party, which was a lot of fun. I am very excited. So it's March 30th and tickets in bio. And I guess that one I can actually say like sponsored, which is fun.
Yeah.
Usually we say not sponsored, but in this case.
What era are we performing? Do we know anything?
Oh, I've seen the DMs, the party DMs between the queens, and they're like deliberating now. I believe we're doing a playback of Fame Monster. So, but I think it could be anything.
Rain on Me.
Yeah, of course. I'm really excited to see Nick Gaga's. I mean, she's got Chromatica Ball and Born This Way Ball.
That's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
we got to go see
weekend,
her.
Is it?
I'm not sure, actually.
I know when that is. So good. I did get a DM from someone. Who was at Drag Me to Joanne's.
Oh, yes. We got tagged in videos.
How do I search? Instagram sucks. How do I search messages?
Good question. I think you go into messages and then you search.
Oh, here we go. This is from Mauricio, who says, not Kyle Richards' ex-husband.
Let's talk about the husband.
Says, OMG, currently at Drag Me to Joanne's, and the staff are so annoyed, but the queens are fab. You definitely need to come to Joanne's for the drag queens, not the service.
Fucking little telltale rat.
I just imagine like pissed off Italians holding spaghetti and meatballs, like trying to like inch past drag queens performing A Million Reasons. And they're like, oh, God.
Not shallow again.
And the rats are at the back just like smoking and stirring the pots and stressed out. God, we've got so much still to discuss.
Yeah.
Including new music of the week. And we've got plenty to say. But before we get into the new music of the week.
If you love the podcast and you would like to support this work that we're doing here, changing the world.
Yes, we really are.
We have a Patreon over at patreon.com/legends only, where you can subscribe as a legend or an icon, listen to the after show every single week after the show, as well as dozens and dozens and dozens of bonus episodes, and also get access to our Discord community, where we are very active and chatting with the girls because all the other social media websites suck. Or you can support us by leaving a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, giving us a follow here on whatever app you're listening in, and also giving us a follow on social media. It's all linked in our bios.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, episode 195.
Then you better.
Which is difficult to get. Not everybody has that.
Not everybody has that. Thank you, everybody who has supported our journey.
Thank you all for supporting this madness, this homosexuality every single week. We're going to have to use the Patreon funds to go to Joanne's.
Clearly.
Yes.
Just when they find out we just spend it all on Joanne's.
I enjoyed my chicken parm that one time I went.
The Joanne Employee Fund.
I'm scared to go.
No, I know. I'm scared of like the framed art.
You're going to be like, there they are.
There they are.
Girls, they're home. Okay, so we have new music. Speaking of like TikToks and mashups and things.
Oh, yeah.
2 mashups that I want to shout out. The first one is called Do You Believe in Life After Crush? Ethel Cain X Share by Teddy. That is going viral on TikTok as well as Reels and SoundCloud. Bop.
Such a bop. And it's not even the only one, actually. There's one, I think it's Dancing on My Own by Robin.
Oh, yeah, the by Adam.
Yes.
Right? It's Ariana.
Sun-Bleached Fly. Oh, no, that's the Ariana one. This is still Ethel Cain. Sun-Bleached Flies and Dancing on My Own, Ethel Cain and Robin. This one has been doing the rounds on TikTok as well. This is I'll put it in the grid, but
the Instagram carousel.
Yeah.
At Legends Only _pod.
But Ethel Cain has become a bit of a dance floor girly, which is really funny. It's like the opposite, and I cannot wait for the day that you do a deep dive into Ethel Cain's album and find out what it's actually about, and to see that it was put against like a house beat. It's just like,
oh, one of my friends is like a huge Ethel Cain stan.
Love Ethel. Love these mashups, but it is good. Funny underlying like what this you will be. Your jaw will drop.
Oh, what? Give me a hint.
A hint would be
like what the album is about.
Mm-hmm.
Is it about like dying?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it. But yes,
I'll have to look
that's
one
certainly
up.
Involved.
Got it. Well, there's also another mashup, Celine Dion X The Whispers by The Jammin' Kid.
Oh yes, I've seen this one too.
On Instagram and TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Now this is also on SoundCloud too, and has thousands and thousands and thousands of streams.
Yeah. He
went from like I think 1,000 something followers to 74K.
Oh wow!
Because of this, it had millions of views on TikTok.
That's crazy.
It was stuck in my head for the entire week that I was in Paris. I had the SoundCloud app. That's all I listened to was this and Addison Rae while I was in Paris.
Which is the only thing you listen to anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's perfect.
So shout out to these mashups. Yeah. But then we also have some new Charlie.
Do we ever? My God. Yeah, we missed this week. She's starting. I love mess.
Gonna have to look that one up.
Before we get into that, Charlie herself has a new song out called Von Dutch, which she has been teasing for weeks, if not months. And it is finally here. I mean, I love the song, but I also loved the snippet, and the snippet is the song.
Yeah, it's short.
It's just like the snippet 4 times, kind of. But the video, I think, is Charlie's best video. I'm obsessed with this video, actually. Have you watched it?
No.
It's basically, do you remember back in the day, Smack My Bitch Up, Prodigy? It was a controversial video that got banned.
Oh.
It was sort of like a POV experience of a crazy night out. Well, it had the same chaotic energy as this. So she's at, I think, Charles de Gaulle Airport, actually.
Oh my God, I was there.
Yep. And she basically goes on a tirade through the airport into the plane, smashing up things and everything and falling out of it into the luggage. And it ends with her on the conveyor belt. And it's actually at that airport. I don't know how they got permission to do this.
Yeah.
It's a really cool video. It's very sort of in your face, bratty, punky. It's like kind of Charlie at her best, in my opinion. Like break the rules, very like a brat. Very Brat era.
I liked the marketing, the graphic marketing with like the Brat everywhere and the trucks.
I think if you watch the video, it'll enhance the song a lot for you as well. Like it really hits, I think, physically as well. So yeah, I'm into it, and I do think it goes off at the club. I have heard it at the club, and people are already like buck wild. Certainly the Brooklyn gays are on board. No surprise there. She said it's a club record. She's coming. She said it's in the summer. All of this we missed on the 2 weeks we were off. Brat is coming along with that lo-fi green cover art of just the word brat in lowercase. She's such a troll. But it
works,
It's
though.
working. Yeah. At this
point,
the
visual, like the color, I'm like, I connect to it.
Honestly. So I'm excited for you to see the video because I think that'll like really connect.
I know I need to catch up on all the visuals.
I know.
This week I've been watching documentaries about the French Revolution.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Anyone care to know anything? I've been watching docs about Marie Antoinette.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll catch up.
All right. Well, in the meantime, we also have a teaser of a new song by your favorite artist, Camila Cabello, who has gone blonde. And she's teasing a new song called I Love It. And she's, you haven't seen Hereditary, right?
No.
Okay. She's, the girls who have will get the reference. She's kind of giving Hereditary in this teaser where she's in a car hanging her head out the window. And then 15 hours later, amid many comments on I Love It being like, this sounds like Charlie XCX. Charlie posted
a video in a car.
Posting to the song that people said it sounded familiar to. So
it really does.
It's really does.
Cute next to gorgeous.
Yes. So basically, in 2017, Charlie released I Got It with Brooke Candy, Cupcake, and Pablo Vittar. This was like a very cool era for her, actually. And yeah, very ahead of its time. It was, I'm trying to think of...
Speaking of Cupcake, did you see her tweet? She logged into X and wrote about how she said, "Hey, I know I haven't tweeted in the last 2 years. Someone just tweeted me CPR and Deep Throat are both about to hit 100 million streams each.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say thank you for everything this fan base is giving me." She, goes on and says, "When I made Deep Throat, I had $40 to my name. I rented a motel to shoot the video." Oh, she also announced that her next album is 80% done.
Cupcake.
So shout out to Cupcake as well.
Looking forward to it. Charlie has been an absolute troll. She posted that and then she wrote LOL as the caption. And then on Twitter, she wrote, "Come on, mess is fun. Nothing matters."
Nothing really matters.
I know, she did some Madge promo. This is especially funny because both of them opened for Taylor Swift on the Reputation tour. There's videos of them together performing on stage. And Charlie wrote Senorita for...
Oh, that's why it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Because people forget or don't know that Charlie is also like a songwriter, truly. And some of the main pop girls have songs by her. So...
Very inspired.
So it's funny. I mean, we still don't even know what I Love It fully sounds like. And the ultimate gag could be, what if Charlie did co write on it and she's creating fake controversy, and then it'll be turning out that...
Or they're featured together.
Right. Yes. And I bet I could see...
Actually, now that you say that...
A remix coming with her could happen too.
Or they'll put out like the TikTok sped up mashup. Because she's smart.
Yes.
Charlie. Sorry, I always forget to have my what are they called? It's back from when I was an RA.
Uh-huh.
I know if someone's gonna be like a cab. I'm not okay. I don't. I needed free housing. Okay.
I can't.
Where was I going with that? Oh, when I was an RA, which stands for resident assistant.
Mm-hmm.
When you wrote people up, which I never did unless they were rude. I only wrote someone up once. Otherwise, it was like, just shut up and turn that down.
Mm-hmm.
You had to write resident. You had to be like, resident Sally Sue said to resident assistant T Kyle
uh-huh.
that Sally Sue. What you had to put
be
qualifiers.
Specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you were making it clear.
Yeah.
Charlie is very smart.
I literally think I only wrote someone up once because they gave me a fucking attitude. And I was like,
there you go.
Oh, are you drinking? You had your chance.
I can't.
Shout out to the girls that I let get away with it because they were blasting Blackout.
Yeah.
So I was like, bop, but just turn it down a little bit. I didn't see anything. Okay.
Oh my God. Anyway, yes, Charlie said this fruit sounds familiar and reductive. But I also think it's not that serious, and we'll see how it all pans out. Yeah. Speaking of the girls, we do have a legend that we have not mentioned yet. Legend Tina
eating it the fuck up in Vegas.
Oh my God!
Announced new dates.
Oh yeah, all through the summer. Zooming, just everything. Well, she had an experience with.
I'm sorry, I live for it.
This is my favorite. So King Princess, who some of you might know, they're a singer-songwriter from Brooklyn. They were talking about their experiences in the studio, and one with Christina, where I
guess they were, changing slots.
Yeah.
King Princess was on the way out, and Christina was next.
Yes,
and the producer tried to introduce them. And apparently, allegedly, Christina said, "Yeah, I saw the children."
Because I love when a pop girl is mean.
Any examples? You don't have to name any names.
One time I was in the studio and I was working with my friend Teo, and Christina Aguilera was working with Mark Next in the same studio, and she walked in and she saw us and she was like, "Oh," and she walked out and I was like, "Oh my God, that was Christina Aguilera." And then I walked out to leave because I was like, it's clearly our time to go. She's here. We have to get the fuck out of the studio. It's her time now. And Mark said, "Did you meet Michaela and Teo?" And she goes, "Yeah, I saw the children." That meant a lot to me.
When asked if they had met.
Oh, the newcomers in the studio?
Literally. Newcomers. Oh, the newcomer.
So cute that you guys are here.
Oh, what are you guys doing in here? Are you making a TikTok?
We do the meet and greets outside the studio, but I'll wait for you out there if you need to take a selfie.
Oh, I sang on the Mulan soundtrack a couple years ago, sweetie. Did you see the cartoon?
And they said, "I love when a pop girl is mean."
Same though.
Same. This is a story that I really appreciate and believe and enjoy greatly.
It is, it's on brand with.
Yeah, I can't say I'm shocked to hear this.
I think it's quite tame.
Yeah.
I think it's a compliment.
You know what? Tina's thriving, and so are we.
I wonder if she's building a bunker.
Just lined with blue, red lipstick and Nintendo Switches.
She would have loved Crazy Horse Paris.
Oh,
it was the entire carpet was bionic lips.
Oh my God. I wonder if I have not done the research. Maybe she has done something there already. Pioneer Pussycat Dolls, she was doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
we still stand.
We sure do.
At the end of the day, I truly don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I just really don't.
I love her.
Same.
Where's the new album, though?
Yeah. It's a body of work that is requiring a lot of time, and, there's a lot of artistry involved in,
It's having a Legend Tina moment. Well, on to some actual new music.
Right.
So we have some remixes this week. Shout out to Cascada and Jax Jones.
So cool.
Who just did a remix of Never Be Lonely.
Yeah.
We love to see Cascada thriving, and Jax Jones is
so good.
Really never misses.
Never misses.
Ever.
And for me is the reason I know Ray to begin with, because the Ray bops with Jax Jones, really kick things off for me.
And the Madison Beer song, right?
Yeah.
Oh, ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Oh, BB also used a Madison Beer song in that one video of herself on the red carpet with her tits out. We love.
She just gets it.
Taste.
She just has taste.
But then we have new remixes of Body Language by Heidi Montag from Dave Auday that just dropped.
This is a fever dream from 2009.
It really is.
It is. Heidi is keeping the vaults open and innovating in the meantime while she records. I just saw her in the studio with Slater again. Maybe we'll hear it this time.
Piggybacking off the success. Oh, it sounded like a corporate girly right there.
We'll circle back.
In the wake of the success of I'll Do It being discovered by Gen Z and TikTok, this is brilliant. And they're good.
Yes.
Also, Dave Auday has a, not sponsored, but a email list where he sends out unofficial like mixes that he hasn't gotten cleared.
Right.
He also just did Texas Hold'em, and it's so good. And I was in his live stream, and I'm like, oh, I love how you kept the country element.
Yeah.
And he said that he recorded himself doing a new whistle.
Yeah.
On the remix.
Oh yes, yeah.
So we love
the little tidbits that they supply. Yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes from the superficial vaults and beyond.
I need to send Spencer the one beat that I did.
Yes, you do.
It's Cavanti.
I would like you to do that. Well, we also have a little bit of a UK minute. We're going to fly across the pond, as you just did.
To London.
To London town for a little girl group update. New and veterans, actually. So first we have Flo, who did a little comeback song with Walk Like This. They're in their early 2000s bag.
It's so Y2K.
Y2K
catchy.
as crazy. Yeah. I don't think it's a direct lift of anything, but I think it's just very evocative.
Yeah. There's a sound in it that sounds like the kick in Hollaback Girl.
Yeah. Yep. This was done by the music maestro, MNEK.
Really?
Always keeping it going.
That's
yes.
fucking good.
Yeah. And also co-written by Kaba, who I love. And there's just a bunch of talented collaborators on this, actually. They said to Complex it was the end of 2023. We wanted to create something sexy, fun, upbeat for the certified lover girl in us all. It's full of energy, good vibes, and we love it. So yeah, it's a strut song.
Yes.
Basically, like the concept is like walking like this. I love it. Yeah, I'm very into Flow. I'm glad they're keeping the momentum going. And then, very near and dear to my heart, Girls Aloud is back with their second reissue, the What Will the Neighbors Say vinyl 3 CD spectacular of their second album, including the rumored, talked about, scrapped lead single, their cover of Wicked Game that we knew about for now 20 years, basically. We knew existed. They recorded it. They ultimately went and didn't even include it on the album, but we knew it existed, and it finally came out from the archives. It's incredible to hear, very surreal. 2 new songs, Baby When You Go and Disco Bunny, which I'm living for. Kylie and Madonna monopolized my brain for the past 48 hours, but I am still digging into the Aloud. I have my deluxe pack on the way, which got stickers and
I love what they did
vinyl.
with I don't know the song.
Yep.
Personally, but I love what they're doing with this repackaging. I need the girls to start taking notes.
Yeah. And it's only,
we're about to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of like some of the best albums ever in the next 5 years.
It's true.
So, ladies, get your notebooks out and start taking notes.
It's so true. Pretty surreal. They posted some. They're starting to get into their TikTok bag a little bit. They are starting to do viral sounds right before it gets banned. They're doing like the fun.
Maybe not there in the UK.
Oh right, maybe not. They're doing the fun little lip syncing
like
things.
Green velvet glasses.
Yeah, they need to do that next while they're unpacking.
Celine bag.
No, they posted a cute video of them doing the unpackaging of this big set, and they're sort of like reflecting on the photo shoots. And of course, Cheryl's being a buzzkill, being like, "I wore bunny ears." And yeah, it's been cute to see them interacting with this stuff.
Oh, speaking of Cheryl Cole, wait 1 second.
God.
I gotta show you something.
God. Oh my God! Late breaking Cheryl news. Oh my God! You have the Cheryl and will.i.am 3 words CD single.
I was like, but like, look how pretty this is.
Yeah,
I think they're photoshopped together on that.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I was like, oh my God, this is the only Cheryl Cole song I know.
I'm dead at you buying a Cheryl single.
I love this song. Like, this is one of the best songs ever.
Uh-huh. Dead.
We can give credit to will.i.am where it is due.
Yes.
But yeah, I saw this and I was like, you're coming home with me.
I'm so dead by that. I do
and the
think
worker was like, good song. And I'm like, exactly.
Yes. Don't ask me about any of her others, but exactly.
No.
Oh my God. Wow. You've rocked my world with that. That is crazy.
I also got Circus.
Nice.
The single.
Yeah.
And then the European single of Born to Make You Happy.
Oh, well, that's ultimate. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Damn.
Good job. You really cleaned out the record shop.
Oh, I could have kept going too.
Yeah. Wow.
But anywho.
Yeah, so shout to the Allowed girlies who listen. It's a good week for us. We really won.
You were like, your girls are slaying.
I'm tired. Yeah, I feel like it's too much, and I haven't even
enjoy it while it lasts.
I know. I'm like trying to hold on to it. It's been a good time for my girlies and all these renaissances, really, of these albums from 20 years ago and whatever. Hold on tight.
T-I-T-E.
T-I-T-E. But we have an album that we have not discussed yet. The main pop girly of the week, who, I co-hosted the official album release party in Brooklyn last evening, which is partially why I am this way today.
I got my half up, half down.
It was a really fun time at the Rosemont, and there was a feeding frenzy we had merch from Eternal Sunshine, and the girls started to pull it out of the boxes, and everyone's like, ah!
Just clawing at each other.
Yeah, eventually I think they settled on like putting your ticket up in the air and then like throwing the shirts at people. They needed a t-shirt cannon, honestly. It was so funny to watch, but it was a good time. And they played like the Step On Up, Gimme More mashup.
Oh, so good.
And all the good stuff. So, well, we're here. Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine has seen the light of day.
Yes, the kickoff of what will be
Main Pop Girl Mania.
Main Pop Girl 2024.
Yes. Let me pull this one up here.
Initial thoughts.
First of all, album cover change. We had the 16 red glove poses, but ultimately she settled on the one that I think is the most interesting.
Same. This is a
leaning
win.
on herself, pony on pony.
It makes more sense too visually.
It does.
After listening to the Apple Music Zane Lowe interview, not sponsored,
right,
and listening to the album, I think that this cover swap is better.
Agreed. I also think it is literally the visual representation of We Can't Be Friends. The line, I sit in silence. It's just me and you, baby girl, like literally just leaning on herself in that moment. I feel like that's, initial thoughts. Okay. I'm not a self-professed Arianator by any means, but
no,
I
it took
actually
me like 5 years to listen to Dangerous Woman.
Yes, that's true. I do love Dangerous Woman, and I actually do love more of her songs than I ever think I do, because when they come up, I'm like, especially last night, I was like, oh, wait.
One Last Time.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Breathe In, Touch It.
Thinking About
You. Into You. When you start Break Free.
Mm-hmm.
When you start thinking about it, you go, wait a minute.
Bob.
There's so many. So, but I think I kind of fell off a bit with Positions. The album. This is like the first Ari album in some time where I'm like, wait a minute. This like really clicked for me.
Same.
I'm not bothered by the fact that it's 35 minutes either, like 35 or whatever. Sometimes the track's lengths have felt too short to me on her albums, but this one felt like appropriate. I also believe her. I feel like the artists sometimes say the album's one thing when it doesn't feel like it, but she had said this is essentially like her concept album about a situation or a part of a moment in time and the different angles of looking at it. And it feels that way. It's like a complete beginning to end narrative there. It makes sense to me. It's varied. It's got bops for sure. It is a lie a little bit in the sense of yes and.
Yeah.
She did lie.
Yes and is a bit of an outlier.
Outlier for sure. But
it is cohesive.
It is. Yeah. I find myself repeating it a lot, replaying. There's something, it's sort of like Broadway, it's breakup bangers, and being revived by SpongeBob, all put together into an album, basically. There's a lot of hurt there. There are references to the past relationship, I think, that are kind of, intense. The eternal sunshine of it all really makes sense with this latest video. How about you?
Well, I listened to the Apple Music interview first.
Yep.
And I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed very grounded, but I also felt, again, like you said, I believe her.
Yeah.
I believed her when she was like, I was excited to make this, and I felt like I had so much fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will just say what I love the most about this album, Ari, Imogen, Hipiana Grande
very much
jumped the fuck out all over this album. I love Imogen Heap.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the influences throughout the entire album.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, to me, feels like an inspired record. And that's what I love about it. It's like, not that she's like intentionally.
Yeah, there's no direct references. It's just like the sound of it.
Yeah, but it's like, I love when an artist like pulls elements from, like, you can hear in the way that she does vocal runs. It's very Imogen. And you can hear her producer touch on it. Which to me, so you guys know, and I think we've come back to the root of this is don't come from Mariah Carey with me.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, I used to always say, well, Mariah writes her own music.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of shading Ariana with that comment. Mm-hmm. I've since come around, I can be honest. So like to hear this and to see how she like really dug in as a producer and a vocalist.
Yeah.
You can just hear it and you can tell. And I'm like, it's light.
Yeah.
It's airy. It's breezy. There's layers to it. It feels rich. And like not money wise, but like the same way I feel about Renaissance. It feels like the production is rich.
Yeah.
There was time spent on this. It's not just like a cheap, put out a single to put out a single. It really feels like a project that is good.
Yeah. She said something really cool that I feel like also is kind of full circle about that whole Mariah situation and being an Imogen stan. Like, clearly those are two very strong influences. For Amazon Music, she said, my idol is Mariah and Imogen Heap, and I feel like I sit somewhere in between the two of them. That's where my brain learned everything, from Imogen on the production side, Mariah from the vocal and songwriting side. And both of them in a blender has always been my goal, I suppose. I loved watching Imogen when I was a little girl. I fell in love with her. I wanted to have all the tech she used on stage, and I wanted to wrap leaves in my hair and have a loop machine and a tenorion and all these weird things. I wanted to produce and loop and write, so I just studied and learned. There it is.
She did it.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what put it in a blender.
Shit on it.
Shit on it.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Yeah, period.
Legendary.
Totally, and I hear that completely. Like, songs like Bye and Supernatural to a degree. I'm like very Mariah vibes in some ways. My standout, of course, is We Can't Be Friends, which I immediately said, I wasn't shading, by the way.
Hookups.
All my Grindr hookups. Literally, I send him that after. He said, Max Martin got tired of Robin ignoring his calls, opened up the Body Talk demos folder, looked at Ari and said, take one.
Yeah, kind of.
It's so clear. Like, it's not literally, my friend actually described it beautifully. Quinn said, it sounds like you're hearing Dancing on My Own in the other room while you're having like a sad breakup call, like in the other room. And it is, because it's muted. It's softer. It's not the pulsating Dancing on My Own. It's sort of like sad Dancing on My, it's already sad, but like, after party.
Yeah. Like those videos on YouTube where it's like, it's 2009 and you're in the bathroom and this song comes on.
Yes. And I thought that was such a great way to express it, because it's like the spirit of that song is there, but it's sort of like Ari-fied and also sort of muted and dulled. So I think that's totally true. But I heard Dancing on My Own. I heard Body Talk in it, which is allowed. It's Max Martin. He did it with Robin, of course. But somebody also said Trust Fall by Pink. Very that too.
Oh.
Very that.
There was a little bit of like, I was getting a little Fred again in elements of this.
Yeah. Yes. So
a compliment.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And me even saying that, like, that's still a compliment. Like, I make Body Talk 5 million times. I will listen to any pop star doing that song, that album. But she, of course, made it very much her own still. But the video, did you watch the video?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw clips, but everyone was like saying that they were sobbing. And I'm like, I don't want to cry yet.
I don't know if
no
you'll
tears
cry.
left to cry.
I don't know if you'll cry. It's relationship oriented. But for me, it actually didn't remind me of relationships. It reminds me of loss of people. It's an homage to Eternal Sunshine, which, yeah, I have not fully seen yet still, but I do know the plot of the movie. So I understood what she was doing in the video. And she's in her actress mode. Real good. There's a moment that I definitely, it's affecting.
I do love the lyrics on the album where she talks about like, I'll play whatever role you want and I'll be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has a little bit of like the Kavanti sass that she has in Yes and throughout, but there's a lot of sorrow.
Yeah, it's a really sad record, I think.
Sad with a optimistic outlook, I think.
Yeah.
Is what I love about it.
I saw a lot of people affected by the Saturn Return interlude. A lot of people are going through that themselves.
Oh my God. Okay, so I love the interlude.
Yeah.
But then Jake texted me and said, why does the Saturn Return interlude sound like Moira from Overwatch?
Oh.
I don't think you know her, but if anyone out there knows,
well, now you can't take it seriously.
It's literally Moira from Overwatch.
Dad. Well, speaking of legends on the album.
When did our Saturn return? Are we past it?
We should be. It's approximately like 27, 28, 29 to 30, 32. So like a shift should have occurred. It did, for sure. It doesn't mean things.
I think it did.
It doesn't mean things get better or worse. It means like the interlude says, it's like you come into your purpose, you start reevaluating where you need to be. So maybe your life does shake up quite a bit as a result. But
wow, the pandemic hit.
But Brenda Lee is clutching her pearls because Nona, featured on Ordinary Things, is now the oldest living artist featured on Spotify's trending or the Spotify charts or whatever. Yeah, so Brenda Lee better get in the studio and I don't know. 98, I believe.
I thought that this was such a sweet way to end the album.
Oh, yeah. Also because people pointed out it answers the question that is asked in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
She starts off the interlude of the album asking, how do you know you're in a good relationship? And in the end, it's her grandmother saying, like, if you can't, kiss before you go to bed and not go to bed mad, something to that effect, like, that's how you know that's not good for you. Something to that effect. I like that there's a full circle there, for sure. It's a relationship-driven album, but, there's a lot of sorrow and trauma in Ariana's life. A lot of things have happened. Shirley Manchester, Mac Miller, like there's a lot. And people kind of like pick and choose what they think the songs are about, but they could really apply to a lot of those situations. And you never truly know unless she says it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And of course, breakups, recent breakups, and media scrutiny about it. Certain new relationships. Yeah. Not to say that I don't know what the situation truly is, but it is, as she said, like addressing it from various perspectives. The yes and was the sassy response to things, and
yeah.
But Supernatural feels like Eternal Sunshine is sort of like the bliss of the new romance a little bit, and The Boy Is Mine. It's kind of a sassier one.
I did love the one tweet. This is from @GwenIsOnline. The new Ariana is for girls that are in their post-party girl era and do intimate get-togethers where everyone is nursing a little drink, high off an edible, swaying to whatever music video from the playlist that your friend curated is playing in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's accurate.
Like, actually, yes, let me sip wine and listen to the Dark Child remix of Overprotected while I giggle and think about existentialism and how sexy one of my oomps looks tonight.
Honestly, that's pretty on point.
I felt like it's a vibe. It just is cohesive.
Yeah, and for some reason, like I don't think it's sonically that different from previous records, and yet I was sort of engaged more than I have been.
Yeah,
it definitely grows as the album goes on.
It's more mature, and like the production is just, I think, more rich. With sound.
I mean, and ultimately, like Max just has that crack, that like the undeniable thing. No matter what genre it is, you're just like, oh, Max did it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like
I loved her talking about how they would like walk to work.
Oh my God, yeah.
And how she would just walk the High Line. And Zane Lowe was like, what do you mean? Like, you're just walking around New York? And she's like, oh yeah, I can go anywhere in New York with a beanie.
Crazy.
But Britney used to say that.
Yeah.
She used to be like, I used to just walk around New York.
I believe it. Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I keep listening to it all weekend. So it's a good sign. And I think it's a nice, short and sweet project that just exists as its own body of work that works. I'm pleased. I'm happy for the Arianators too, because I do feel like they were thirsty. They're hungry for something. And Wicked was seeming to stand in their way for many years because she was saying she wasn't thinking of doing anything until like 2027 or after all the Wickeds. And she had a good, honest answer about touring. She was like...
It's like the Katy Cats every time she came back for another season.
Oh, yep. She was like, I'm starting to have a reevaluate my relationship with music and touring. And like, I'm starting to want to actively do that again. So it'll come eventually. It's good. I like that she puts up boundaries too. She was very much like, my takeaway was sort of like, she felt pressure to like keep the ball rolling a lot. And now she's like doing it for her at her own pace. And this album just kind of flowed out of her during the strikes because she had nothing to do in that moment. And I like it a lot. I really do.
I would love if she did the venue in London that they did the Apple Music stuff at for a while, like that little tiny one that's kind of in the rounds.
Yeah.
She could do a really tight 45-minute intimate show dedicated to this album, start to finish. Like the sun could rise.
Yeah.
She could be in a universe. Oh, anyway. There's something there that you could do that's unique and not a worldwide tour.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what she does.
I'm excited too.
She could bring out the actor back, like have her, not her actual grandmother, but like, you know, a grandmotherly figure come out at the end and sit with her.
Mm-hmm.
She could do a body double with the ponytail.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's kind of like how Madonna has like the faux Madonnas with her.
Yes. I'm very into this, and there's clearly a change in her. I also think like there kind of is every era. That's kind of a running joke too. But yeah, this is a more enunciating, Broadway singing version of her as well. Not that she's actually more breathy and controlled on this album. And I did wonder if she's purposely sort of saving her voice for Wicked and maybe the upcoming tour. I don't know. But
yeah.
Definitely not a belting album. Very chill. You know, so there was some criticism that she's become a whisper artist, but I think that's fine too. I don't think you have to do the shouting every album, whatever.
There's moments.
There are moments, yeah. So in any way,
it's also like we know she can do it. So
yeah, that's true too.
It's like when Billie was talking about what was it made for. She's like, I'm not going to sing it like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she's like, I can.
Yeah, it's true. I know it's always such a shock when Billie belts because you're like, oh right, that can happen.
Yeah.
It's also just the mood of the moment, and it has been for quite a few years now, of like the moody, whispery, ASMR-y kind of vibe. It's just kind of what's cool right now.
Yeah.
I
don't think she said yeah at all, except for in Yes and at the end when she's like, yeah.
Yeah. I think that is true.
I feel like she's really funny.
For sure. She has a great sense of humor. I'm
right?
very sure she does. And so is a good listen.
I think it's a phenomenal kickoff to the Year of the Girls.
Me too. And I know that for some people, like, there's also like maybe it's kind of an age thing where like she wouldn't be my queen of pop, obviously, but like I know she means a lot to a certain what do you call it? A generation of people. Well, gays, yeah, but like Gen Z or whatever. I don't know if it's exactly Gen Z, but like there's a certain crop of people that like Miley is their queen in a very real way. That the same with Ariana. I know she's that girl for a lot of people, actually. So I think they're satisfied though. And Twitter is always ruthlessly over the top mean. And I've seen like almost only praise, which is a really good sign. If like the asshole, knee jerk stan reaction is like mid, if that's not really happening, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's some people who are not, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece necessarily, but I'm also like into it.
Also, we're going to get enough this year. There's something for everyone.
There is something for everyone, my God.
So just hang on.
Yeah.
Because every girl is releasing.
There's like a Cascada album coming too.
Wow. Who like isn't?
Just Rihanna. Honestly.
Flop,
bitch.
Wow.
My friend said something motivating to me when I was like, I feel like I'm in another lull creatively a little bit. And he was like, look at Rihanna. She hasn't released in years, but that doesn't mean that we don't know that she's capable whenever she does come back. And I was like, that's actually motivating.
Oh, that is inspiring.
You know, it's like, yeah, I don't have to continuously prove myself every week. If I'm burnt out and feeling like not, I don't know where this conversation just went,
no,
but I was
feel
like,
that.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Because we're still perched for Rihanna, no matter how exaggerated the time between albums becomes. I'm still like, but I remember who you are. You are that girl I knew you were.
Oh, everything she does, like, she's just perfect.
Yeah.
She would not like me saying that, but.
No. Oh, I loved in the Brazilian Madonna commercial. She was like, they call me the queen of pop, but the patriarchy. Yeah, she's like, I am. The patriarchy's over now.
Just think about, first of all, when Rihanna comes back, because I'm going to speak it like that because I believe in manifesting.
Yes.
So it better be a surprise drop.
Yeah.
Because I want like that feeling of like, oh my God, a new Rihanna album just came out. Just the euphoria we're going to feel.
Oh my God, it'll be amazing.
Fast forward to low episode 300 and we're like, well.
Well, not so soon, was it?
All right, everyone. Wow, what a week.
What a time to be alive.
Who's next? Casey?
Casey should be next, yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's going to be my next passport stamp. First one was Paris. I think my second one's going to be Iceland.
I was like, Nashville?
Oh, no. Not with their
no, but
ass backward laws. They've just been passed.
Iceland because of her video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, well, I don't think she's international, but now I get what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
I feel like she filmed a lot of stuff there because she was on the trip and she posted that she didn't get to see the Northern Lights. But anyway. Well, the conversation continues, girls.
It sure does.
We're going to head on over to the after show where I am going to read all of you my list of random thoughts that I had while in Paris.
Yeah, and I'm going to read you my EKG readings.
Oh, really?
No, it'll just be like numbers. It'll be like 2.
Did it come back okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it did. And then I'm going to go for my monitor results on Monday, and it's fine.
We laugh now, but like it's only going to get worse.
Oh yeah, totally. No, I was having very, very deep, dark thoughts about like, oh wow, we're just going to get older and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have to get my vision checked.
I just did that too because I was like, might as well get everything. I went 0.5 up in one eye or whatever, like
up
or down, whatever it like needed more magnifying.
Got it.
We love to see it.
Yeah, I can't. Anything further than 2 blocks, it's like.
Oh, I'm like intensely. I really can't see.
Wow. Well, we still have taste. So
I'm very Ariana, actually. It's very on brand that the album came out and I was like squinting in a room, being like, X, T.
She really does do that. The meme.
Eternal sunshine. The doctor's like, okay, read the bottom line. Yes, and
L-A. Oh, that would be fun if you were like a optometrist.
Yeah.
That's the right word, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, wow, look at that. Smart jumped out. And it was just like single titles spelled out.
Yes.
Like FLOP.
Hey, career pivot ideas.
Oh, can you read the third line, please? CVNT.
Ciara slays your face? Yeah, that's right.
All right, everyone. If you would like to listen to the after show, it is over on patreon.com/legendsonly. You can be a legend or an icon there. Support the pod. Listen to more. But if not, that's fine too. It is. No, it really is. I wasn't trying to sound sarcastic.
It's not right, but it's okay.
Bob. And until another Saturn returns.
That's right.
With, what is it? Deeper Well.
Deeper Well.
Next week.
Until that well overflows.
We will.
See you.
Soon. Oh, there was a store in Paris called See You Soon.
Oh, yes.
I'm like walking, I turn, and it says See You Soon.
Signs.
And to that, I say,
get a good lawyer.
But it literally was called See You Soon. And I was like, what was that? Yeah. Okay. Well, see you then. Bye.